everyone, and welcome back to Ladies of Lavender. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and like to join the Ladies of Lavender family. So for today's video, I decided to do something really simple and really short because as you guys could probably have guessed, our organization is a little stressed right now and we haven't really been able to put out videos recently, so I just thought that I'd do something really short and simple so it's a little bit easier for me. I'm really sorry if it has frustrated any of you, and I promise that we'll get back into the flow in January. Just December is a really busy month for us, so that's why we haven't been able to put out a lot of content. So sorry, and thank you so much for everyone who's been so patient and so supportive to us. It means a lot. And on that note, thank you to everyone who's subscribed to us. I honestly didn't think that our channel would grow that fast, that quickly, and I'm just so thankful to all of you who have subscribed and decided to support us. Just know that we really appreciate you, and we're just so happy to have you guys part of the Ladies of Lavender family. So for today's video, I decided I would show you guys what's in my school period kit. So before we get started, as most of you know, because I constantly remind you, sorry about that, by the way, that I use reusable products or eco-friendly products way more than disposable products. And if you don't really know the difference, menstrual cups, which look like this, it's like a little miniature cup, those are reusable because you're able to dump out the blood and reinsert it and use it for like 5 years. That's what we're talking about. But disposable products are like pads, tampons, panty liners, stuff like that. And probably a lot of the people watching these videos on our channel use disposable products, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows that I use reusable products a little bit more than disposable products. So my period kit might look a little bit different from yours. So with that said, let's get right into it. So this is what my period kit looks like. It's I think it's like an old makeup bag. I really like it, and it's the perfect size for what I need. And I put it in the front pocket of my backpack. Not this one, but this one. As you can see, it's like pretty big, but I keep it in here so it's easy for me to access. But I do understand that it's kind of awkward having to carry a bag to the bathroom with you. Like having to take this out of your backpack and carrying it with you. So I've been trying to find ways to do it without feeling uncomfortable or feeling awkward. But for right now, I'm using, like I've said, reusable products, which doesn't really require me to change that often at school. Oh my god, sorry, it's something in my throat the entire time I was talking. So because I don't have to change that often, I don't really have to run into those situations where I change a tampon or a pad. But I will show you guys tips for like disposable products that are smaller so they're easier to discreetly carry into the bathroom. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Inside my period kit, this is mainly just stuff that like I would need in case of an emergency, because again, for like the third time, I'm so sorry, I use menstrual cups, so I don't really have to change my period product at school because my menstrual cups last like 12 hours. So I don't really need to use the stuff in here, so I have like just emergency products. So the first thing that I have that I use probably the most out of anything are my panty liners, and I have a very good amount of them. Probably have like 10 in here. With my menstrual cups, I use panty liners to catch anything that might fall, like excess blood that didn't get caught by the menstrual cup. Or if I use tampons or something because I don't have anything else, I'll use panty liners, sorry. And I use these a lot for vaginal discharge. That's why I have so many of them, but it just depends on what you use them for. Like, if you really don't experience that much vaginal discharge, then you probably don't need a ton of these. But if you're a tampon person and you really only use tampons, you're probably gonna want a lot of them because this kind of gives you that extra protection. And the next thing that I use, probably like second most if I don't wear a reusable product, are pads. And these have saved my life on a few occasions, I was gonna make a video on this a few weeks ago, but actually I was wearing period underwear, and I didn't realize that it was like one of my heaviest days and I didn't wear the right absorbency period underwear. So I leaked through my period underwear and through my jeans. So I literally had to like put a pad onto my period underwear, and it was not great. It was not great. So these have saved me a few times, but I do recommend packing a few. Even if you're really just a tampons person, pads are a really safe and really easy way to go in case something happens. And these are just the ultra thin, super long, always pads with wings. So I have tampons in my bag just in case. I really haven't been wearing tampons recently, but again, now I use menstrual cups more than anything, so I don't really like to use tampons because this acts the same, but it lasts longer and it's reusable. But this is where the tip comes in on how to carry products discreetly to the bathroom if you don't want to bring your bag with you. So this is a compact pearl tampon. It's very small, as you can tell, and it basically, the applicator is shoved into the tip that you insert, and so it looks really strange. You just snap out the applicator and it becomes a normal tampon length, and then you can insert it normally and take it out normally. But the only difference is it's way smaller, and so you can kind of hold it in your hand a little bit more discreetly. Or you could put it in like your pocket or the waistband of your pants. It's a lot easier to carry than a longer tampon. And the next thing that I have in my period kit is just like an extra pair of period underwear. After that fiasco where I leaked through my period underwear, I now know that I need to pack an extra pair just in case. So I usually just bring like this moderate pair or something that's smaller, just in case. Like I really don't need to use them, but after that event I pack an extra one just in case. And then the last thing that I usually bring is like just a little bit of Advil. This is a little bit bigger than I would usually bring, but I usually have like a little thing of Advil, Tylenol, or Midol. Midol is probably the best for menstrual cramps, and we did a whole video on like cramps and like ibuprofen and stuff like that, so I would definitely check that out. But I usually just have Advil because it's like the cheapest thing, and I guess it's easier. And the one thing that isn't in my period kit is a menstrual cup, and again, that's just because I don't need to change it at school really. If I do need to take it out, I literally just like rinse it out. I dump the blood into the toilet and then reinsert it, and that's it. Like I don't need to get an extra one or pack an extra one just in case. There's really no need for that. And one other thing that I would pack in your period kit, like I don't have it in mine, but something I would recommend is getting the CVS mini hand warmers. They're like this big, and they of course are hand warmers, but you can use them to battle menstrual cramps. You can put them in the waistband of your pants, on your back, whatever works for you. I think you can buy them online from CVS. I haven't really seen them in stores recently, but that's just another suggestion. So that is it for my period kit. It's not very exciting, but I hope that that helped a little bit. Maybe gave you guys some ideas of what to put in your period kit. If you have any other suggestions or things that like I showed you that you probably wouldn't put in your period kit, please leave it down below. We love hearing from you guys, and we love seeing you guys help other people. I always check the comments on the videos just to see what you guys are saying, and I just love it. Some of you ask questions, and then like before we can answer, some other people will like swoop in and help you out, and I love that. I love that we have a community in the comments where we're willing to help each other. I love that. So if you have any like suggestions or like stories or something, please leave them down below. I'm sure that we would all love to hear them. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Ladies of Lavender. We post every single week to give you guys a heads up on what video we are posting for the week. And also we started donations. This month is a donation month. We usually skip every other month. We have like a major donation because we understand that people really can't afford to donate feminine products every single month. So we skipped November, and so now we're having a donation drive this month, and we're doing something a little bit different because of like the rise of COVID cases, and we really don't want to risk any of our volunteers. So we're doing mail-in donations only, which should be really easy for people who live out of state who still want to donate. And just check out our Instagram because we have like an entire post on it, like explaining where the donations go, how we do donations, like the donation address, stuff like that, like what you can donate. All of that is explained on our Instagram. But then also in the description we have like the mail-in address. But I just want to really encourage you guys to donate. It really doesn't have to be that much, like anything helps. And these donations go to people who really need them, and you're doing a really great thing by doing this. And one other thing that we started doing that I think makes it easier for people to donate is we're now accepting opened bags of unused products. That's like the best I can phrase it, but it's so like, for instance, this box of tampons is open, but as you can see, they're not used. Like, I haven't opened them or like inserted one. So you could like dump these out into a Ziploc bag and then send them to us, and this counts as a donation. Or like if you bought a bag of maxi pads and then you realize that you don't like maxi pads, then you can send like the pads that you have not used to us, so that way you don't have to buy more products. Like, you can donate products that you maybe tried 1 or 2 or like 5 and didn't really like them, and so you don't use them and they're just sitting in a drawer somewhere. Send them to us because anything will help. Just make sure that everything is individually wrapped and unused. So if you have any questions about today's video or just period related questions in general, you could send us an email at ladiesoflavender20@gmail.com, or you could DM us on Instagram at Ladies of Lavender, or you could leave a comment down below. Don't be afraid to ask questions. There are no stupid questions, and we're all here to help you. Girls don't have to just ask questions. You know, you can be a guy and ask a question. You can be a dad and ask a question. You can be a mom and ask a question. Like, this channel isn't just for girls. This is a channel for everybody to educate themselves about periods. So there are no stupid questions. If you're a guy and have a question, leave it down below. I'm sure that we can help you out. Just keep in mind that we're not health professionals. Okay, that was a kind of chaotic video, but that is it. Thank you so much for watching this far, if you have, and I'll see you next week.